We interrupt this introduction with some breaking news. The Total FIFA Career Mode ownership group has just announced the purchase of Peterborough United in the English League One. In addition to purchasing the team, Total FIFA Career Mode is building a 53,000-seat stadium in downtown Peterborough to be named Boddington's Park. And of course, managing the team is Virgil de Kruger, who's going to have the pressure on him to produce immediately. With this kind of investment, the ownership group wants to see results immediately. In this episode, we'll break down how we're going to rebuild this team, the strict transfer rules we're using, our custom formation, and get you ready for game time. Welcome back to Total FIFA Career Mode. It's FIFA21, and as you've seen if you follow us on Twitter or if you follow us here, we are going to be doing a road to glory with Peterborough United from League One. It should be a long road ahead. This team does not have a lot of talent to work with, but we're going to make it happen. As always, we play on ultimate difficulty. We are going to use the strict negotiation transfer rules, and I'm going to even hold it to a more realistic, strict policy. If anybody's really in talks with really top flight teams, it's not somebody I'm going to go after in League One, even if FIFA allows it. So we're going to take it to an even stricter level. But it is a nice new feature that the game has, and it does work pretty well. So that's a positive sign moving forward. And of course, you saw we are building a stadium. This is another nice feature in FIFA 21. They tell you a little bit about the stadium, and they let you rename it. So we're going to name ours after Boddington's Beer, my favorite British beer. Go ahead, make fun of the American. I don't care. It's delicious. So we've got this career started, and of course the first thing you have to do is go check your youth academy, because now you're going to start with youth players, and if you bought the game a few days early like I did, you're guaranteed to get a homegrown stud. And a stud he is. Harvey Giles, 16 years old, out of England. Let's take a look at this guy. He's 6'6" as a striker. A high attacking work rate, medium defense. He's already a 68 overall, and he's only 16 years old. 68 overall means he's already one of my best players, so he's going to go right into the starting lineup. Now, I got a little bonus here because they give you 5 guys in the youth academy when you start, and a few of them are probably not going to be much to grow into. We'll see. But this guy, Tony Thomas, looks like I might have gotten another bonus, the potential 79 to 94. He's already a 62, which puts him within the range of what my roster is going to be. He's 17, kind of an all-around good but not great player. So I think he's probably going to be a guy I can use right away. And so I may have actually gotten 2 youth academy players for the price of one stud and another usable guy. So both Giles and Thomas getting promoted right away, and I'll fool around with the development plans later, but those two are going to be part of this team as I start to assemble a roster. And I gotta get a lot of good talent in, because the only guy on this team that's got any ability to be a part of the future is Ricky J. Jones. Now, first of all, I just love saying Ricky Jade. That's going to get really annoying. I don't care. But Ricky Jade is a fantastic player to be. He's got 82 potential, so we've got tons of room for growth. He's 6 feet tall, and he's fast. And I'm not just talking fast, I'm talking really fast. 91 pace fast for a 6 foot tall 17-year-old. So between Ricky Jade and Harvey Giles, we've got 2 solid cornerstones to build around for this young up-and-coming team, and then the rest we're going to have to go get off the transfer market. Before we get to the transfer market and our short list, let's take a look at our board goals, because I'm not really trying to get fired here. We got a long journey ahead of us. We got to make sure we keep the board happy. So first and foremost, within 2 seasons, 1 player from the Youth Academy signed. That won't be a problem, because Harvey Giles is going to be a centerpiece. We got that. 25 games with at least 1 goal scored. I certainly hope so. So that shouldn't be a problem. My goodness. Domestic success. Oh, win the league. Okay, not even get a promotion, but win the league. Oh, and make a ton of money while doing it. Awesome. All right, so no time to rebuild here. It's not enough to just get the promotion. We got to win the whole damn league. So we've assembled a short list here, and you can already see some of the effects of the strict transfer rules, and I really like this addition to the game. A guy like Harwood Bellis is a great example. He's not leaving Manchester City, not to come to Peterborough, but he's a guy who in previous years probably would have been willing to. But there are some guys on here like Sebastiano Esposito, who is willing to come to Peterborough, but would not in real life. He's been connected to some big-time names. So I have to be a little bit more strict if I want to keep it realistic. But one of the things I do really like, you see some familiar names if you've watched my channel before. Liberato Kaseki was a big part of our Werder Bremen series, and I love what it says here. This player isn't willing to move to a league that it's not as competitive. Ryan Gravenberch, same thing. These are guys who would not come to League One, so this is a great feature. I put them on here. I didn't think we were going to get them, but I put them on here just to show that example. It's a great new feature. I definitely recommend you try it. So without further ado, let's meet the newest members of the Peterborough United 2020-2021 roster. So we've got a nice mix of guys on this squad, starting with the carryover guys from the real Peterborough squad. You saw Ricky J. Jones earlier, and we're going to use Ethan Hamilton as one of our two defensive midfielders here. He's a guy who doesn't have a high ceiling, only 77, but he's a good enough player to play on this team. He's super versatile, so we're going to use him at least while we have to. Now, you gotta shore up the defense when you're starting a road to glory. It's the toughest part to do. So we signed three guys. Kevin Elhers, and we're playing a three-man back. He's gonna man the left side. Armel Belakachip's gonna stick to the center. And then out on the right, Leonidas Sturjo, our highest potential overall. He's a 86 potential. That's our back three. And then we solidified it with a little bit of depth with Daniel Hoyo Kowalski, who can play any of those spots and is going to be some depth for us. Now, we're not always going to use this 3-4-2-1 formation. It is our custom formation and we love it, but we've got two guys who really profile best as striker. Harvey Giles, our new Youth Academy player, and Ricky J. Jones, who can play out on the right mid, but also profiles very well as a striker and doesn't have the stamina to play out wide every single game. So I needed a formation that features two strikers so we can put Giles and Jones up top, and also I needed midfielders, particularly somebody who could play out wide and also profile as an attacking mid in my 3-4-2-1. In a couple spots. Samuel Ricci is going to be our pivot, and then we've got Jacob Kaminski on the right side and Johan Hove over on the left side. And these guys are going to really, center the midfield for us. Kaminski and Hove out wide, they can run, they've got some pace, they've both got some potential, and they're good enough to play right now. And then Ricci in the pivot, he can play some defense. He actually can play on the attacking mid as well, but he probably won't too much on this team. And then last but not least, we gotta have a keeper, right? Gavin Bazunu, formerly of Manchester City, and we got him from League One Rochdale. And I'm not sure if he's going to be the long-term goalkeeper for this save, but he's definitely going to man the goalpost for now. So ultimately we're going to need some more depth, but we'll get there. It's a jam-packed schedule playing in the English table. You've got multiple tournaments, multiple competitions to try and fare with. We got a busy schedule, games every weekend, some midweek games. But we're happy about that. That's what we're trying to do here, is build a career. As we wrap up here, hit that subscribe button for me. Follow me on Twitter at TotalFIFACM, and make sure you tune in as we get to episode 1, fully games. This is Total FIFA Career Mode.